What
did
we just watch? A washed-up former superhero actor ventures to revive his career by writing and starring in his own Broadway play while dealing with mishaps in everyday life, including his ex-wife, druggy daughter, and girlfriend. That's right, we just watched Birdman, starring Michael Keaton, Emma Stone, Edward Norton, and many more, and directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. Something like that. But yeah, that's what we watched on this episode of What Did We Just Watch? I'm JJ.
I'm Leo.
I'm Josh.
And we're going to talk about this movie.
I liked this movie.
I know you did.
I've been promoting this movie since it came out in like 2015.
I like this movie as well.
I was disappointed. I'm not a huge fan of it.
JJ's watched
Why?
it twice.
Why?
Have you seen this movie twice?
Well, yeah, because I rewatched it for this.
That's right.
And I mean, the cinematography is cool, but it's just too much. It's like, you know, the one take shot or whatever. That's cool, but not for a whole movie, you know?
Right, and it was just like it's like made to look like one continuous shot.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's like all this, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, continuous shots. And it is, and like almost, except for like you said, like what, 3 cuts or something in the whole movie?
It's something like that, but it's like really cool because I was reading too that they had to do like, you know, you would have to learn and know your entire lines for like 16 minutes, you know what I mean? They probably had to do so many takes, so that's kind of cool to watch.
I mean, yeah, I respect that. I mean, I don't think it was poorly acted. I thought it was well acted and stuff, and, you know, great cast, but I mean, it's just too much of it. I mean, like, you go to Daredevil season 1, the hallway fight scene where it was one continuous shot.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. You just throw it in there every once in a while. Not
it's like a cool
movie.
little thing. Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, it was what it was, I guess.
Well, it got 4 Oscar wins.
It did.
And I usually don't like Oscar movies, so
No,
this
he
is
doesn't.
not big on movies like this. But that's why it surprised me, I guess.
Yeah, but we'll get into those
I didn't
later.
like thoroughly enjoy it to where I'll probably watch it again and again, but like, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. I love Michael Keaton, so. That's actually the first thing I wrote down. I was like, Keaton is awesome.
I don't have that wrote down.
Yeah.
That's because he's Batman.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just a great
The
fucking
Batman.
actor.
Oh yeah, no, he is.
And it had Ed Norton in it. That was awesome.
Ed Norton.
And
Okay.
Edward Norton's boner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super method actor.
Super method actor.
It's
Playing
supposed to be
super
like a
method.
play on him because he's a very like method, and they have, you know, I've read some stuff where he's had difficulty with his cast and crew for some of his movies
He
because he's
refused
just kind
to
of zany.
He refused to promote the Hulk movie. Like, he wouldn't do
Right? Yeah.
TV shows and shit. Like, he was just done with it.
Yep.
That was crazy. But it was definitely entertaining. It was very confusing at first, I thought, to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, because he's like levitating and he does
Right away, like right off the bat.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he plays a Birdman, which is a superhero that was really popular, and then he just decided to stop doing that, and his career went downhill. So now he's trying to, like I said in the plot, you know, revive it by doing a play that he wrote himself from a book. I forget what the book was called.
It was by Raymond Carver. So yeah, he's just like trying to find his identity almost, it seems like, you know, and it's just like being true to the acting and all of that, you know. I mean, it's kind of the same. You know, they show some shots of like Robert Downey Jr. and talk about Jeremy Renner and all the Avengers stuff, you know.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
pretty
a
funny.
play on him and Batman also.
I actually
you know?
really liked that.
Yeah, it made it
It
more
was
Like, he was the first
real,
one. Like,
you
Batman
know?
back in '89 was the first superhero movie to really be popular.
Right,
you know?
right.
And he was just kind of like looking at these motherfuckers making millions, just like, damn.
Well, it's cool how they did the characters too. Like, he used to be like the $1 billion, the superhero actor, and then they have opposite of him Ed Norton, who's, you know, the true theater guy and does it for the art and stuff like that.
Super method, like we said, you know,
Right.
but he can't get it up in real life.
Right, yeah.
He has that problem. What else we got? Why did I write baby pig jizz in face?
What?
Why is that something in there?
Yeah, because that's one of the scenes where they're interviewing him.
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah.
kinda
For his,
they're not asking
yeah.
anything relevant to
That's
his
right, yeah.
film or theater. They're just we're talking about gossip rumor.
Yeah, to see like how he keeps his face
Youth.
like youth. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
He
right.
said
I was
baby
like-
pig jizz.
Yeah, because they asked if he
Injects it.
Yeah, injects it into his face and stuff. Almost like and like his conversations he has in his head with Birdman or whatnot. It's like almost like a Venom almost.
Yeah, a little
where
bit, yeah.
like Brock, like Eddie Brock and Venom are talking in the head and all that.
He's
shit,
crazy.
So, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just. And
I actually at one point wondered if the dude was alive for the movie. Like, I was trying to go way too far with it, and I'm just like, is he really like there? Because there seemed to be in the real world, but motherfuckers breaking mirrors with his hands and shit. Like,
Was he? Or wasn't he?
Right? I don't know.
JJ hates that element.
I overanalyze.
I don't know. No, I mean, I do sometimes. I like it sometimes, but this one just didn't. It just didn't make sense to me.
And then the way it ended,
There's no
it's
need
just
for
like,
it.
okay. We won't get to the ending yet, but it's just.
I mean, if it didn't have that weird stuff in it, it probably would have been a better movie. I thought.
What would make you want to add that to this type of movie? You
What?
know, it's already
yeah.
kind of unique in its own way with the
Yeah.
continuous shot looking. Like, why even add like the question of does he is he spinning the cigarette tray or trashing his room? Because then there's the scene where Zach Galifianakis comes in to check on him. And it shows him,
just throwing
with
stuff,
everything in his hands,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, he was obviously
Maybe he's just
nuts.
he just.
Or
thinking
was he
it.
just done using his powers and
Right.
just decided to use his hands? I don't know. That scene where he comes in and checks on him is so funny, though, because he's, like, breaking down. And
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis kind of pumps him back up, tells him Scorsese's probably coming.
Oh, yeah,
and
lying to him.
some princess is
Galifianakis
coming.
was good in this.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
I forgot to mention him in the thing, but yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
He's just so not himself. In this.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, just
Definitely against his typecast.
Yeah.
And then, then you have the whole thing that starts with the drama. The whole mess up of the play and stuff is the actor getting hit with the light falling on him or whatever.
And he says he made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so then that's how they get Edward Norton. He luckily gets like the best actor on Broadway or whatever.
Mike Shiner.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
But then,
Douchey name.
Yeah, I know.
and like Galifianakis said, one way to basically almost blackmail this guy for not suing him for the light falling on him is because he was in some kind of diaper fetish or something
With nuns.
Yeah, with nuns. Diapers
nuns
with
in diapers.
Yeah.
That's a funny scene too, because he's like, "Well, what'd you tell him?" He says, "I told that motherfucker." Ooh, you motherfucker.
I actually wrote, I like how it's shot, and then like 5 things down, I was like, now the way it's shot's kind of annoying. And it was really hard to follow
It's
at
so
points,
neat.
but like, as a whole, now that I've seen it all, I really
And it just kind of
enjoyed it more than I didn't like it.
and it like go you were always jumping around to each different my brain was following every scene and then being immediately like engrossed in that scene because that's how they shot it. There was the scene where Michael Keaton's talking to his daughter and then he just walks out and then it's like on stage and then you're into the play and,
and
the
like
camera
how
turns and the theater's full.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what was cool because like how instead of using like cutscenes or whatever, it just stays there on the thing, turns around, and then it's a different.
It's neat.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And
you definitely got to hand it to him for creativity. There.
yeah, and I mean, like I said, you have to be you have to be a good actor to do stuff like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can imagine.
Imagine like Seth Rogen in this or something. Like he would have not. I feel like I like Seth Rogen, but I feel like he would have been able to do this. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then you got and the whole movie, all it is about is his. All he wants is this to be good. No matter what happens, he had to do. He's trying to. Well, he's selling his or refinancing his
Malibu home
house.
that's supposed to be his daughter's.
Yeah, so he doesn't care. He's only doing it for himself when trying to get it done when all it's supposed to be for his daughter and stuff, just to get Edward Norton into keep going and stuff.
Well,
like
he's
that.
just like.
But at least he's giving his daughter like a job though too, because she's like his assistant or something.
Right, and he's, it's just like the identity thing I said earlier. He's just like trying to.
It's like almost like a mental break, like a midlife crisis.
Yeah, because then just the ways for him to feel okay almost were not the right way to go. Because there's that scene with his ex-wife, and he tells her the story of being on the plane with George Clooney, and they went through the crazy storm, and the one thing that came to his mind was, if that plane goes down, George Clooney will be on the newspaper cover, not him,
right.
and they're both on the same flight, so that's like,
yeah.
that it's just like a self-worth type of thing.
And then like him and his ex-wife seemed to get along pretty good at time. They had a few little.
Well, then she mentions she forgets why they even split, and then he tells that story. He's just very self-centered. Like he needs people to like him and think he's this,
But then, he also cheated on her too. But
well, yeah.
Then he admits that he almost killed himself or whatever by drowning himself in the ocean or something. And
I think it was like. I think a lot of actors probably went through shit like that too,
Well, that's kind of the point I mentioned earlier, when it was talking about like Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. The Iron Man role pretty much revamped his whole career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but he's been quoted as saying he wants to do other shit too, though, and they're throwing gobs of money at him to keep him in Iron Man too. I forget what he got paid for Spider-Man: Homecoming, but it was crazy.
And he wasn't, he wasn't even the main factor.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then go back to the divorce thing. It wasn't just the freaking cheating. It was also she didn't like his movie or something, and he got pissed off and threw a knife at her. Or something.
Like one of the Birdman movies.
I can't remember.
Some movie. I think what would she say? Farrah Fawcett or something.
Oh. Yeah. I missed that part, I guess.
What'd you think of Emma Stone in this movie?
Loved her. I'm kind of partial though.
Yeah.
She was good. And she's hot, of course. I don't know. Yeah, no, but her eyes are like kind of seem like too big for her head sometimes.
Well,
but
she's lost all that weight.
Yeah.
But Zombieland, it was perfect. But now she's like.
But it doesn't affect me. I'm like, this is oddly attractive, but
right.
and
I'm not big on blondes either. Random Josh fact. I gotta talk about the women. This is what I do every damn podcast.
No matter,
you do that.
And
these are all of age. So,
yeah. This time instead of and then on our other podcast, he has to talk about our wives and shit. So
yeah, I'm leaving them out of it.
Yeah,
you can get everybody in trouble.
But yeah, I guess. Let's see what else is happening.
So what Oscar wins did it get?
Best Motion Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Cinematography.
Yeah, because Alejandro Iñárritu, he wrote it also.
Yeah.
So that's
but
awesome.
It is from a book?
No.
It's not
the play that he's doing in the movie.
Okay, gotcha. That is a real book.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then what else happens? And then you get towards the end, and they're having all these what is it? What are they called? Previews or whatever? Or they like
first and second preview.
Yeah, which is like I don't know if it's free, but it's at really discounted prices and
that's
stuff.
Theater lingo.
Oh, well, what about when he got locked out in the?
Had to go out naked.
Almost naked. Yeah, walking around and people, and he kind of was happy about it because his daughter made a Facebook or whatever or Twitter account, and now he's all over and he's getting
trending
viral. Yeah.
And his daughter and his relationship's a bit weird. I guess he wasn't there a lot during the childhood because of making these movies and stuff, and then now he has her with him, working with him, and and she's of course an addict or trying to recover addict.
Yeah.
Even though at one point he catches her smoking
with
marijuana.
Pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just marijuana. At least it wasn't crack or heroin and stuff. And then I guess what was the whole? I guess it's supposed to be symbolic. I'm not trying to get into your personal life, but did you guys have to draw little dots on toilet paper whenever you were in rehab?
No, that must be like fancy rehab or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it was just supposed to be more like, some kind of like, what am I trying to say?
It's just like distraction.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It might come to me later.
That was weird, yeah. At least they weren't just throwing the Bible at him.
True.
My bad.
Then, so all this goes on. What else happens? I mean, you know, he's having problems with Edward Norton all the time.
The scene where they fight and Edward Norton's in his little Speedo thing is so funny. He keeps whopping him with that paper and then punches him. And then I love when he fakes him out when he talks about how his dad used to abuse him and his kid. You know,
and he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't know." That's acting.
Yeah.
And then, and then his whole breakdown during one of the previews when he's actually drunk, and then they take away the alcohol.
Yeah,
from him
he's such a method actor. Yeah,
he gets mad that they switched it to red water or whatever, and destroys the whole set and all that crap. And
see, everything you said, you should like it, JJ.
Why?
Because this has been good shit. It's just a good movie.
I mean, I'm not. It's okay. I just didn't care.
But I mean, at the time, I did right. Like, you got to respect their intentions, and the movie doesn't suck, but it's just a little out there for my taste, which it is because I'm more of like a simple movie guy, you know, whatever. But I don't watch a lot of these films. I've never seen The Revenant or 21 Grams or.
Oh man, The Revenant's fantastic.
So like,
Revenant was good, which was which was directed by the same director.
Yes,
right? So
it was awesome.
This is out of my element a little bit, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy anything Michael Keaton's in, though. So. But I just love Edward Norton too. I like all the actors.
You watched The Founder?
I've seen The Founder. I love it.
I haven't yet.
It's awesome.
Great film. I've watched it twice. Yeah, I did love it. I thought that should have got an Oscar nod, but it didn't. Whatever. But yeah, man, Michael Keaton's just awesome.
Yeah. So then you get to the end. You know,
that's my biggest hang up.
Well, before that, the hospital scene, you got the actual opening night, and then Michael Keaton's coming to do his final scene where where he catches his wife in the bed with Edward Norton's character and all this stuff, and he's pulling a gun and he's supposed to commit suicide and stuff. Well, this time he has a real gun.
Yeah.
And he's I don't know, and this whole time too he's trying to. There's this the play reviewer or whatever who there, and he'd get into an argument with her and all that stuff, and then she's there opening night and all this stuff, and so he's trying to impress her, trying to make it all well. Well, then real gun shoots himself, and it looks like he killed himself. No, he somehow he missed his whole entire head and got his nose. Just shot the tip of his nose off or whatever. She left, and then you end up he's not dead, he's in a hospital because the ex-wife is talking to him, and then Galifianakis walks in and is like praising him for doing this, for almost killing himself just because of the great review he got from this this lady.
It's really authentic.
Yeah. And the wife gets mad because he thinks it's great. Then they leave. The daughter comes in. Daughter says, "I'm gonna," they talk for a minute. Then says, "I'm gonna go get something." Then he goes into the bathroom. Birdman's on the shitter, and then he's just there, open and looks at his new nose, goes to the window, and opens it.
Flies.
And then it doesn't show anything, and then
or jumps.
It shows her looking up.
Oh no, because she comes in, and then she's looking for him, and she goes to the window. And
I think that's supposed to let us know he's had powers for real this whole time.
See, and that's what I'm hung up on. I want to believe that.
Yeah. So so he basically jumped out this window, but you don't know if he fell to his death or flew or is she fucking high too or what? Are they just all hallucinating? Is it
And we literally YouTubed everything we could and just...
Yeah, me and Josh YouTubed.
The director wanted us to be doing this.
Yeah, he wants you to make your own interpretation. Awesome. And I was trying to think, I was like, could this be a Jacob's Ladder scenario? But I don't see how it could because there was no like near-death thing at the beginning, so it can't be a Jacob's Ladder scenario. I don't know. I know you don't know that one. Do you know what... Have you seen Donnie Darko? Oh shit. Well, anyways, basically
Saunders.
Jacob's Ladder in the whole movie, like there's like a near-death experience, but this whole time, as he's like right before he died, he has a flash forward, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like of what was happening in the future, and then at the end he just dies.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they couldn't. There's no way this. I mean, no, this couldn't be this kind of a scenario.
What other ratings did he get?
Ratings?
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to ratings. We got IMDb's got it a 7.7 out of 10.
That's about average, I guess.
Average, yeah. Now, here comes the kicker. Well, I guess it's average, though.
I guess.
Because, it's out of 5. So, Amazon gives it a 2.7 out of 5 with 24% being 5-star, 12 being 4, 13 being 3-star, 15 being 2-star, and 36%.
That's crazy.
One
So
star.
1-star review. So I mean,
It's
That's
all
Edward
it's all
Norton.
across the board.
That's Edward Norton getting on there trying to sabotage the movie.
well then you go Rotten Tomatoes and it's a 92 fresh critics and then
Don't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
77% audience. So
That's pretty good.
You can usually
It's
trust
all over, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
your own interpretation,
exactly,
anyways.
it's all who.
Like,
who
I
you
watched
like.
this thinking, like, this is right up JJ's alley, and I should be the one hating it, but, like, it was totally switched. That's what I liked about it so much, is it made me get out of my comfort zone a little bit, for sure. So, I like that. But I think it's cool that you don't like it. Because I'm glad we don't all three agree on with something for a change.
Right.
But,
It was awesome.
and I'm so curious to know what your movie is.
I don't know yet.
Oh my God.
man.
This is when you're supposed to debut it.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yes.
No.
I mean,
First
I
thing
can't-
that comes to your big old gut. What do you do? First thing that enters your... Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait.
I mean, I can. I mean, I can probably think of one.
we'll
real
do it at
quick.
the end of the episode.
Is this not the end of the episode?
We're getting there.
Yeah. What do we
Do you
get?
have something left to say, bud?
I don't know. I didn't know if y'all wanted to say any more about it.
Oh.
But did we ever come up with a rating system?
Oh, I don't think we did. I don't know.
I agree with the average rating on IMDb. It was cool. I liked it a lot for the uniqueness of it.
Right. I mean,
I would go 3 out of 4 stars or whatever. That's basically what that is. Like
Yeah.
7.7 out of 10. Like
We each have our own rating
Yeah, I mean,
system, apparently.
yeah,
I give it.
I give it a
B.
B
4 out of 5
minus.
Edward Norton boners. Okay?
I mean, I didn't hate it. You know, it wasn't no The Hills Have Eyes 2 or anything.
It's just as someone that would love to write and direct a fucking movie.
right. I mean, it
I
was-
respect the shit out of
Yeah.
how it was done.
Oh, yeah.
I
Because
just,
you guys especially are real familiar with some of the technique
right,
and
and
stuff
how much
with
it
the
goes
short
into
films you
it
make.
and-
Right,
yeah,
right,
like,
right.
Even short films, like I can't even imagine doing this whole movie, like, and something like this is just crazy,
Mhm.
like. But I love it.
Yeah. Like I said, you know all about The Hills Have Eyes 2. It's no Hill Have Eyes 2.
It's no hills.
We probably pissed so many people off that day. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
We started because we liked the first one. I mean, the remake of the original.
Yeah.
So, and then we went and saw the second one, and the whole time we were laughing, making fun of it, basically making a Goonies reference because one of the guys is basically a sloth from Goonies almost. So yeah.
Yeah, you probably made some people mad.
And then he walks in there to rape that girl. He's like, "Hey, oh my god!"
Saunders.
He was like, hey,
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
JJ is supposed to tell you what video or what movie we're going to be
Fine,
doing
I'll just do it
next.
because I've watched it already and I'll rewatch it because I loved it so much. Turbo Kid. It's on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix.
All
Cool.
right. Is this a B or C movie? Or?
It's a B movie.
B movie,
But
nice.
it's a fucking awesome B movie.
Awesome.
You've seen it too?
No, I've never
Oh.
seen it.
I've told you about it though, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Tell me about a lot of stuff.
So
Yeah.
next WDWJW
Whoa,
is going to be. I was reading it.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't say W, man. It just don't work. But
W.
we'll be doing Turbo Kid.
Sweet.
That's
A
right.
la JJ Gonzalez.
And you can watch it on Netflix, so
Yes.
it's easy access. I mean, most
And
people
then we'll have
Netflix.
another B movie after that. And then
Yeah.
we'll have Leo's movie. So we are set up,
We're
ladies
gonna
and
keep going
germs.
B. It's like B.
And then Leo's going to hit you with
A.
another Oscar.
No,
Maybe
I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I got 2 weeks to decide.
Yeah.
That's right. Hopefully.
True. Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry for it being so late. You know, 1 week someone had to work overtime. The other week someone was getting married, so he couldn't do shit.
And this
Leo.
week I've been working 12 hours.
Congratulations.
Busy.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
And then we got today. So
I like doing it on the weekends though.
Such a nice day. I like doing it during the week.
We could do it. If I get off at a decent time, I
Yeah.
don't mind doing it during the week. I've been working till
Saunders
7 to
is such a
7,
hard
man.
worker.
It's
Right.
crazy. Sucks. We had a concert Monday.
We did.
Anyway,
alrighty. Well, thanks for tuning in to What
did
We
Just.
watch.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.